Last week was absolutely insane if you were in government contracting or just looking at what was happening in the US federal government. And so now, if you're a government contractor, business leader, or just interested in what your government is doing, stick with me. Because from the Supreme Court to the White House to Health and Human Services, we're going to get into the top 3 stories that you need to pay attention to this week. First up, let's talk about the whiplash that we're experiencing. On Friday, the Supreme Court struck down the old tariffs, and for about 6 hours, CEOs were popping champagne. Fantastic, right? Wrong. Trump gets on TV, and then we have a new global 15% tariff, which is slapped right into the middle of the celebration that's going on. So while the Fortune 500 is back in the war rooms, figuring out if they can get a refund or even if it makes sense for them to get it, spoiler, probably not. We got a video, I'll comment it down below so that you can watch it. You need to look, by the way, at your logistics. Figure out what their friction is. Figure out what's going on. And to be frank, figure out your tax place. Next, we got Alliant 3, and finally, awards are rolling out. GSA just announced the first round of Alliant 3 awards. Really, finally. After protests, delays, and enough spent to qualify as a streaming series, it's finally here. Here's the headline. Alliant 3 has no maximum dollar ceiling and a $2,500 minimum guarantee per contract, which, federal government contracting terms is adorable. And this is what you need to do. If you're on it, warm up your task order machine, cyber, data, systems engineering, cloud, you know what you got into. And if you're not, start teaming up like your rent depends on it. Then we get into Health and Human Services use of artificial intelligence. And this, considering what President Trump wants to do with his Genesis mission, down below, comment again for the video, this is crazy. HHS logged nearly 450 AI use cases and labeled just 2 of them as high impact. That's less than 1%, which is, kind of a bold vibe for the Human and Health and Safety Department. But it stands out because other high-use agencies report way more high impact of artificial intelligence on their day-to-day operations. So this week, I want you to watch our governance questions, reclassification drama, and risk management heat. This, by the way, is a buying signal for the unsexy but profitable stuff. AI governance, testing, monitoring, documentation, human in the loop, appeals, aka really how to avoid the Washington Post sniff test. So remember, here's your week ahead watch list. Alliant 3 momentum, HHS AI governance heat, and honestly, tariff and tax uncertainty. If you got any questions, comment below. We are trying to always answer every single comment as they come in. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Start killing it this week.